I wish you all a Merry Friggin Christmas and a Happy New Year. Ho, ho, ho.
Have a holly jolly Christmas. It's the best time of the year.
Hey everybody, this is 22 Tiger Dude and I'm here to review a Merry Friggin Christmas. So, before I do get into my thoughts for a Merry Friggin Christmas, my guest star, Calob, is going to review the film. So, Calob, take it away, dude.
Hey guys, what is going on? My name's Calob. Thanks so much for having me, 22 Tiger Dude. I run a movie review channel called Calob. And you know, I just do movie reviews all the time and have fun doing so. Now onto the review. A Merry Friggin Christmas is about a guy who is just trying to make a really good Christmas for his kids. At the last minute, he is called to go to his old town to celebrate Christmas with his dad and the rest of his family. He doesn't like his dad, so chaos ensues. He eventually finds out that he left his kids presents at his house. So he is forced to go with his dad on a road trip on Christmas Eve night all the way back to his house to get the gift and to come back in time for his son to get his Santa presents. This is kind of a hard review to make because this movie isn't that great, and this is also one of Robin Williams' last movies, so I don't want to come off mean. Right off the bat, I just want to say I'm a huge Robin Williams fan, and that is the sole reason I watched this movie. If he hadn't, passed, I don't know if I would have watched this because it is just, some made-for-DVD Hallmark Channel movie. But I watched it in honor of Robin Williams, so keep that in mind. I'm not crapping on this movie because of Robin Williams. In fact, he's one of the best parts about this movie. I'm simply reviewing the movie on its own merits. The guy who plays the dad, Joel McHale, I love this guy. I don't understand why he doesn't get more roles. He was hilarious in Ted, really good in Blended, and he's on the show called Community that he also does a really good job on. He needs to be in more movies, and he does a really good job here. This is one of the best roles he's ever done. It's not his over-the-top type of style that he usually does. It's way more laid back, and he actually, acts. It's not all comedy. In fact, I'd probably call this movie a dramedy more than anything. Robin Williams does a really good job too. Maybe one of his best performances in a couple years now. He plays a drunken guy, and it's nothing like any characters that he's done lately, so it's pretty cool to see him go out and do this type of a character. I'm a huge Clark Duke fan as well. This guy's really funny. I first saw him in a movie called Hot Tub Time Machine. He is a really funny guy. I love his style of comedy, and he has a few really shining moments in this movie. For the most part, aside from a few people, the supporting cast is great. They all do their jobs pretty well. Not perfect by any means, it's just fine, and that's all they needed to do. This movie looks good. I was very surprised at the fact that this movie looks very cinematic, and it feels very cinematic, even though it is a straight-to-DVD movie. It has those straight-to-DVD feels to it, but at the same time, it looks like a cinematic movie that you would see in the movie theaters. Although I think this movie falls flat in the comedy department, there are a few genuinely gut-busting moments. One of them involving a nail gun. I'll just say that much. But then again, there are a lot of scenes where you can tell they're trying to make you laugh, and it just doesn't work. That's the last thing you want to do when making a comedy, and it happens quite often in this film. Pacing, it's okay. I wouldn't say that it's perfect. There are a few parts that just drag a bit, notably towards the end, but for the most part, the pacing is fine. This movie is the definition of predictable. I knew where this movie was going from the very second I saw the opening scene. Predictability is one of the worst things that can happen in a movie. As a person who's currently writing a few scripts, I understand where this writer was coming from. I knew what he was going for, but it was just so darn predictable and cliched, unfortunately. Now, when I was talking about the supporting cast, I said most, and there are a few supporting cast members that annoyed the snot out of me, and this one, it hurts me to say this because I'm a fan of this actress, but she was so annoying in this movie, and that is Wendy Covey. She is in one of my favorite shows running right now, The Goldbergs, and she was in one of my favorite old shows, Reno 911, and she's great in those. But in this movie, she is so annoying. I can't stand her in this movie. The kids are also all terrible. I'm just going to say it straight up. All the kids in this movie, terrible. I'm not going to go any further into it either because I don't want to put myself through that. At the end of the day, though, this movie is the farthest thing from a classic, but still a pretty good Christmas movie. I'm giving A Merry Friggin Christmas a C. So thank you, 22 Tiger Dude, for letting me review this movie on your channel. I really appreciate it. means a lot to me. And once again, if you guys want to check out my channel, I make movie reviews and random videos on the weekly, so check those out. Peace.
Thank you so much, Caleb, for reviewing A Merry Friggin Christmas. So, A Merry Friggin Christmas. I got to watch this movie from my PS3, the comfort of my own home. And this film stars Joel McHale, Robin Williams, Lauren Graham, Clark Duke, and Oliver Platt. But I didn't really have too much expectations going into this movie. And after seeing the movie, yeah, you know, it was okay. It was just an okay movie. I don't think it's all of that good, but it's not all that bad either. It just wasn't really executed all that well. I will say, Robin Williams, as I was hoping he would be, he is the best part about this movie. I really enjoyed Robin Williams. It makes me happy when I saw him on screen, but it also made me sad because, you know, he passed away too soon, and I really love this actor. So even if this movie wasn't so great, he still brings in all of his energy and his wonder, and that's what I've always appreciated about this actor, and he does the same thing for this movie. He does a very good job playing Joel McHale's father. You know, him and Joel McHale, they haven't really gone along with each other, but it was nice to see their little journey along the way. And Joel McHale himself, he had some funny moments during this whole chaotic situation, because the fact that him, Robin Williams, and Clark Duke, they all have to go back to his home far away just to go get his kid's present and then go all the way back before his kid wakes up. And that's a simple little concept in which I think that was nice. The kids, for example, for one thing, I did not think the scenes with the kids were very good. I found them to be very boring. Any scenes involving the kids, I'm just all like, okay, just go back to Joel McHale and Robin Williams. That's the only plot. And this movie, I really care to watch. The storyline, too, it was really bland. It didn't have very good writing in its storyline. And a lot of the jokes really don't work. It came off as forced. You know, there were some jokes that worked for me, but for the most part, most of the jokes just really didn't. Lauren Graham, who plays Joel McHale's wife, she does a good job here. And Clark Duke, I'll be honest, I'm not the biggest fan of him. He was okay here, I'll say that. He was just okay. His character had a few funny moments, but I really didn't care about his character as much as I did for Joel McHale's character and Robin Williams' character. And of course, you know where the movie's gonna go. And another big positive to this movie is that there was some heart along the way between Robin Williams and Joel McHale, and how they did learn to appreciate one another along the way, as you can expect as you're going along in this movie. Also, do gotta say, one of the weakest links about this movie is the cinematography itself. You know, it was okay, but I thought the light and the cinematography didn't look all that good. You just wish it had more work on the lighting. I do like the simple score that was into this movie. It has this piano kind of score to it, and I thought it matched the movie well. Every time I heard it, I'm all like, huh, that's nice. Overall, A Merry Friggin Christmas, in my opinion, really isn't that good of a movie, to be honest. It's okay. I don't think it's terrible. It has some funny moments. It has some nice, genuine, heartwarming moments going for it. It has a nice score. And, you know, it's good to see Robin Williams here. Joel McHale was good. Lauren Graham was good. Clark Duke was okay. Everyone else was fine. The kids were pretty bad, except for Joel McHale's kid in the movie. I thought he was okay. I almost forgot to mention, I did like this one scene with the stop-motion snowman, which Jeffrey Tambor voices. That was actually one of my favorite parts of the movie. But it's not a bad movie. It's just very forgettable. So I'm going to give A Merry Friggin Christmas 2 out of 4 stars. So everyone, in the comments down below, let me know, what did you think of A Merry Friggin Christmas? And also, please check out Caleb's channel. He's a very nice guy. He creates awesome content. I'm going to leave a link to his channel in the description below. This is 22 Tiger Dude, and don't forget that I will always have Tiger Power!